Hey everybody, call me Felix, and today we're at one of Metro Manila's well-known restaurant and bakery chains, Wildflour Cafe and Bakery, serving up an assortment of fresh baked breads, cakes, and pastries, as well as some mouth-watering savory offerings, typically modern American fare. And usually Wildflour restaurant brands are in the posh parts of Metro Manila. We're dining on the opposite corner of Uptown Mall, in that upscale neighborhood of BGC, and yours truly had an ideal view of the fountain show from where he was sitting. We were here in general because we couldn't pass up a chance to satisfy our cravings from back home in America, all in one sitting. We had clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, reminiscent of our time living in San Francisco, Wildflour's signature roast chicken with an arugula salad and grilled lemon on the side, roasted bone marrow with a baguette and mango salsa on the side, a Philly cheesesteak loaded with steak, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and cheese on a fresh baked hoagie, and finally, a corned beef Reuben. At the end of our meal at Wildflour Cafe, I suppose you could make an argument, to borrow a term from the deconstructionist philosopher Jacques Derrida, that there was something hauntological, as in haunting, about each of the dishes, as something was missing of each, and hence why each dish was a ghost of the original dishes we had back home. Some would tell you straight up, without taking Hauntology 101, that Wildflour Cafe serves some overrated, overpriced food, and, well, let's not be hasty to say that without watching the review all the way through. But we must warn you, if you don't like being haunted by missing elements from food, then turn away. Otherwise, if Derridian hauntology intrigues you in food videos, then proceed and enjoy. Ooh, I caught you drawing something. And you just put it down there. I'm telling. Yeah, so just to preface this, we have some great news and we're celebrating, but I can't really reveal that yet. You might see it in future vlogs.
Yeah.
Wow. So we are here at Wildflour Cafe. We never tried this chain, but it's pretty popular here in especially the more upscale parts of Metro Manila. So we're here at the new one on the corner across from Uptown Mall in BGC. Yay.
Flour, F-L-O-U-R.
Yeah, Wildflour.
Flour.
Like flour tortillas. Okay, so we have some clam chowder. I've been wanting some.
Oh, that looks good.
And they have a bunch of really good brunch items and good. They're known really for baked goods. And the one thing here, of course, you should try is their bread. And we're getting a representative example by getting clam chowder in a sourdough bowl. I wonder if it's gonna taste like you know Boudin in San Francisco?
Oh yeah.
Oh, everyone knows
Boudin.
Boudin. Boudin in San Francisco. Will it taste like that? Now the most clam chowder I've had here tends to be on the watery side, so I'm hoping this is not that.
It's pretty thick.
It looks a little, not as thick though.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's some bacon in here, there's some potatoes, there's some clams, of course, otherwise it would not be called such. Okay, well, I'll try this out. Hot. Hot. I got like the top of the herbs, for sure. It's not as creamy as I like it, but I do appreciate the herbs and then the bacon on top. It's a nice touch. The bacon is crispy too, crispy bits. I'm just waiting for JP's bowl so you can sample it.
I decided to get a Bellini.
Yeah.
A strawberry Bellini.
Strawberry bowl. What?
Check that out. Alright.
Interesting. Okay. As for my drink, I got a Good Morning Sunshine just because I like the Beatles song so much. But yeah, it's definitely straightforward. Strawberry, pineapple, and yogurt, and all that good stuff. Ooh la la, look at that.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, they have a very limited range of cocktails here. But just letting it set.
Should I sip off the top so you can fill it more, or are you gonna just? Do you want to just leave the bottle? Oh, till there? Okay. Wait lang. I went in my nose.
Okay, so I take some of this top here.
Thank you.
feels a bit
Delicious.
hard and crusty though.
It's really good.
Ano siya, sir?
Prosecco. It's good. Can I have some more? Can you just leave the bottle here, Venus?
Yeah, that would be good.
Venus, can I get my bowl so I can try?
Yeah. This is more like a one-person portion, so
Yeah.
to split it between two is kind of not a great idea if you're really hungry like I am.
You're starving.
I'm
I
starving.
just want to try it.
Yeah.
You want to try this?
Yeah, I'll do
Awesome.
that. Okay, why don't you just get the spoonful and then tell me? Or
I'll just get a spoonful and put it here.
yeah.
Go ahead and try that drink.
Oh, okay. What is this?
It's a strawberry Bellini.
Strawberry Bellini. I overheard like strawberry Bellini or strawberry bulimic. I don't know. Oh yeah. What did
Good,
they
huh?
put in this? Chardonnay?
Prosecco.
Oh, Prosecco. It's like a bright apple taste
Yeah, very
about it.
refreshing, huh?
Very refreshing. Yeah, get some of that. I don't really get a ton of clams in here though, I'll say. There's some good hearty portions of bacon,
It's very hot.
and it's very hot. I mean piping hot.
Yeah.
Absurdly hot. Yeah. Not as creamy as I'd like it though. Not as rich.
Holy shit, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
Hold on. Burn my tongue.
You gotta let the big fan cool it off. That's exactly what we should do. Yeah. Wish it
Good.
would. It's good.
But it's, yeah, it's not the
Creamier.
San Francisco clam chowder.
No. No. It's not boudin, but hey, maybe we should try the bread out and see if it is. This top is a little crusty though, like really hard and crusty. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to damage the structure here. But I think we just gotta dip some in the bowl. Yeah. The best way really is just to dig in deep and let it saturate that crusty bread.
Crusty bread.
Crusty bread. Ooh, it says some potato on there. No, it's not like sticking, but okay, fine. We'll try that out.
Where's the clams at?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
This is bacon chowder.
Did the
How
clams
else
take
is
a vacation or something? But that bread, crusty, when you put it in that chowder, really nice texture.
Sourdoughy.
Yeah. But not quite like sourdough like we know it
Yeah.
in San Francisco. Yeah. San Francisco sourdough really has like that real twang. The twang is kind of like ridden off a little bit by the clam chowder here. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good start. But I feel it's more like bacon and potato chowder. Yeah. But we got some bone marrow, which I can't wait for. I mean, roasted
How about
bone
that?
marrow. Oh gosh. Okay, everyone. Wildflower's more famous items, I mean, other than baked goods, is actually one of their roast chicken. Especially come dinner time. So they have a bunch of interesting stuff come breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we're here, of course, here at dinner, as you can tell. Nighttime. So this only comes with an arugula salad and a grilled lemon. Grilled lemon. Interesting. I'll try the chicken out first, of course. See how falling off the bone here. As you can see there. And piping hot.
Oh, there's some bone marrow.
Oh, here comes the bone marrow. Ah! I know, I'm a little more excited about bone marrow than chicken, to be honest with you. But look at that. Absolutely awesome. And a nice big baguette. Nice. Well, I'll try the chicken out first, since that's what I did. Got, I think, a part of that thigh. And I want some of that skin, which feels really crispy. There we go. I'm trying some of that. I think I got some of that breast. I don't really find anything really revelatory about this, but I guess I wonder if there's any juice left in that lemon. One must check. So I think you gotta, yep, there's juice in that lemon. It's on its own, it's just chicken. I get it, chicken. Okay. Just a bit of lemon. I think the texture's about right. That lemon didn't really add a lot of zest because I think maybe because it's grilled a bit.
So is it spiced right?
For me, it's kind of bland. It's more tender portion have though. It's a good like salt in there. Other than that, I don't really find much special about it. Just well cooked chicken. Just needs a little more something. Arugula salad. Kind of like that peppery edge. Kind of taken off because you have a little bit of like Parmesan cheese on there. So if you don't like a really super peppery, then this is quite decent. I still wonder what the grilled lemon tastes like. Does it taste more sugary or what? Because when I added this, like the little zest, it didn't really add much of anything. So I don't know if it's all, you know, smoke and mirrors. Just take a forkful. It's still tangy, but not as much as it's not juicy. Okay, let me get to the bone marrow next, because that's like, let's get to the bone of it rather than the meat of it, yeah. Okay, we have more important things, which is the bone marrow. I mean, really important things.
I want to try this.
Yeah, go ahead and try that.
Let me see how this one tastes.
Tastes good, but it's just like bland.
It's bland.
Yeah.
Do you have before it gets cold?
Yeah, where's my knife? Where's the thing? Let's see. Do I have a fork? Yeah. Here's a fork. Oh goodness. That bone marrow is just gushing with juice. Look at that. Goodness. Buttery goodness. You gotta put this on a baguette, everyone. But let's just have... You need a spoon for this, actually. Just a little bit. Yeah, that deserves. You need some bread for that. Because it is, I mean,
was it
buttery
buttery?
Goodness. Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, roasted bone marrow. I mean, are there things that you can't really get disappointed by? Is beef butter. Okay.
Let me try the other side of this. Here.
There we go. That was perfect.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. Have this. Let's look at that unctuous bone marrow. Sorry.
It's just hard to get to.
Yeah, it is. They're really satisfying. This baguette has some nice crunch. For me, it's a teensy bit overdone with the kind of crust, but it's very, very bready. If that makes any sense. Definitely fresh baked bread. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't lose with that.
Super rich.
Yeah, and then the bread is really good, crusty, perfect
Pairs
counterpoint.
perfect with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, with this dish, you can't really lose with it. Just have to make sure that it's roasted properly, And then there's the bread. The bread is crusty. There you go.
There you go.
Oh my
Speaking of that.
Hello. Yeah. So you need to get some more bread and then put it on there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't try any of the mango salsa though. We have a side of that. So one must try that. I mean, it's a very traditional pairing, guys. Baguette, bone marrow, basically it's beef butter. And then you gotta put some of this mango
Salsa?
salsa. Yeah.
Alright, here,
Yeah.
let me do this
Here we
real
go.
quick.
Put some. And I'm gonna stick
Yum.
that bone marrow on top. Make a little sandwich,
I
I
guess
think.
this gives it that little freshness, right?
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah. Kind of adds a little more juiciness too.
Mm.
Juicy fruitiness. Okay, there we go.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Okay.
I know this isn't the marrow, but it's still meat. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, it kind of adds more freshness. Adds a little more crunch too, but with a little vegetable, a little bit of fruit. Quite good. It's kind of like a classic pairing with like foie gras and like berries, for example, or like berries. Personally, for me, I would just rather have the plain and simple. Just have that butter on toast, right? Yeah. I think it's a really good prelude for this. So we're also wanting some sandwiches. JP's been like wanting a corned beef Reuben.
Craving for that.
Me, it's about Philly cheesesteak, but look at this cheesesteak. It's loaded with beef and then lots of cheese. Look at those peppers. Look at those onions. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can have this because this is a big time sandwich. Holy shnikes. You're gonna have to split this thing. Alright, let me go ahead and split this somehow. Some way. Alright, that cheesesteak is not as monstrous as I thought. I mean, what it looked like before, because it kind of compressed it a little bit, but you can see very generous portions of steak. Cheese and the peppers and onions and yeah, I think there might be, oh yeah, there are mushrooms in here too. Oh man, the whole package. Trying to get a good cheesesteak in the Philippines is like hard.
Yeah, so how was that? Tell me.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, yeah. A legit one.
Like ribeye. Yeah. And then the best part really, of course, this is a bakery. So that bread is really nice. Kind of like a good crust inside from the toasting. And then nice soft bread from that. But lots of steak, lots of onions, lots of peppers, and mushrooms too. Yeah, it's a really nice sandwich. It's as good as anything in Philadelphia. Those are like fighting words. But yeah, it's comparable. Especially kind of have like really fresh hoagie bread. That's just as close as I've ever gotten. Because like any locals, for example, they put too much of that sweet cheese because that's the only thing that's like readily available.
Yuck.
Yeah. Like quick melt. Yeah, this one tastes legit. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna like split this and then wait for your Reuben sandwich.
Okay. That's fine. Up to you. Let's split it.
Yeah, it's good. But it's a huge portion though.
It's pretty big, guys.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's pretty big. But I kind of want JP to taste this so he knows what it tastes like. Yeah. Okay.
Grab the other side.
Yeah, do that.
It's huge.
Wow. Big ol' bite. Yeah. But it's really about the bread for me. And then the steak really does taste like Philly cheesesteak. Like they use like tender ribeye. Yeah. That's usually the cut of steak that you should be using when doing a Philly cheesesteak.
But it's not as cheesy as it's...
But it should, I wish it was cheesier. If that's one nitpick, so that's what it's not as good as like
kind of mild.
Philly. Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. Because in Philly you can get it with provolone cheese, or you can get it with cheese whiz, or like cheddar, sharper cheddar. Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty comparable. Really good. Better than Philly? No.
But it's good.
But it can rival it, that's for sure. It can rival the best in Philly. There you go.
Yes, yun, Reuben ko na saan.
Okay, last thing to come out is this corned beef sandwich, which actually isn't that huge because it's just the sandwich is just stacked just like that, and a pickle. Wow, a pickle. And then the French fries look more brown than the ones that I had were my cheesesteak. Ooh, look at that. Okay, we'll take the top here. So JP have been pining for a corned beef Reuben sandwich. And of course with a Reuben, there's got to be some sauerkraut, some Russian dressing, and some Swiss cheese. That cheese does not look very prominent here. It's kind of like slathered on the bread. Russian dressing on the bottom of that bread. Yeah, and there's like bits of lettuce going out. That should be the sauerkraut. Kind of looks more like coleslaw. Okay, there we go.
What are you thinking? Let me toast it with you.
I don't like usually when you say corned beef, or like American corned beef, there should be something salty about it. It's very not salty. You know, like a really like pleasing salt cure. I don't really get a ton of that. And then there's some cheese. There's actually a little cheddar from what it tastes like, or a little Russian dressing. And then that. I think what bothers me a little more is that sauerkraut kind of tastes more like coleslaw.
Kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And then it's really mild, as in the saltiness.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take another bite, but I think it's not as like cured as I like it. That's what I think about like this is not Katz's Deli sandwich, everybody. My Katz's is like even bigger than this in New York. But it doesn't really taste like New York Deli to me.
I mean, it's not going to because we're in the Philippines, but it could taste more like a Reuben
A
sandwich.
little bit more representative, yeah. Yeah, that slaw I think is bothering me because it doesn't add acidity. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like having like an egg-based salad dressing on top.
Kind of tastes like Thousand Island.
Yeah, kind of
Right?
does. But like an egg-based dressing that's a little more Thousand Island than it is Hollandaise. Yeah, it's the slaw that really puts me off. Otherwise, it tastes good, but I mean, it's not really like corned beef. Like they nailed the Philly cheesesteak pretty much down as much as they could. So that's kind of disappointing. Oh,
Yeah.
pickle time.
Did they nail the pickle?
Almost. Here, try that.
Rest of it. Could use a little more vinegar.
Sweet.
Yeah. Could use more vinegar to me. No. Yeah, go ahead.
Why is everything in the Philippines sweet?
Even in Manila.
Yeah.
No. Well, because the people are very sweet. Unless you're in Ilocos where all the flavors are very bitter. Okay. Yeah. So, what did we learn here tonight? Well,
Locals is more flavor than this Reuben.
oh snap. No. I would say that they could make better chicken than over here.
Yeah.
But I mean, the cooking of it is fine. It's just like, it's just bland tasting. Right? Reuben here again, I wish there was more salt. And then that slaw is really...
It doesn't taste like corned beef.
It doesn't. It just tastes like beef brisket.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It just, well, because corned beef is brisket. So...
But it's not flavored enough.
No, it's not flavored enough. It doesn't have that signature, you know, cure, like I say. So, cheesesteak was good. Was the best thing that we enjoyed. I think fair to say.
I think each dish here had a missing element.
Yeah, but everything kind of missing.
So the chowder, missing...
Clams.
Yeah. And then the chicken, missing flavor.
Missing, yeah, it's missing herbs, it's missing olive oil, it's missing a lot of things.
The chili cheese, I'm sorry, the
Philly cheesesteak?
The
Needs more cheese.
Yeah, the cheese is not cheesy enough. It's too mild.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we're not nitpicking, right? We tell you when something's really good, when it's really just like average. So if you want average food, you know. And then the Reuben is just super...
It doesn't taste like corned beef.
Yeah.
Like we know it, American corned beef.
I think...
It doesn't even taste like Filipino corned beef.
It was riding on that bread being in butter and toasted.
Yeah.
It wasn't...
Yeah. Exactly.
There's no wow factor.
I mean, the strong point really is the bread. But I think, like, you know, I have to agree. The Philly cheesesteak, I think, best thing here. But the thing is, of course, it's really about more, it accentuates more the bread. But if you're talking about, like, hands down Philly cheesesteak, the ones in Philly are different.
And the service guys, they forgot the Reuben.
Despite reading it off the thing.
And then I had to go get napkins.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a little bit frustrating. I mean, all the foods, you know, I can say it's pretty decent, but not knockout
It's very
stuff.
pricey.
Yeah.
Compared to the other restaurants that we've been to, right? It's really pricey.
Mm-hmm.
And for that price point, this should be wow factor food.
Yeah. Which it is not.
Yeah.
Which it is not. Even though, for the most part, I think I enjoyed the food. It's just that, yeah, exactly it. It's just average. When it comes down to it, right?
How much is that? $5.80?
God, it's $6.80, man.
$6.80. This is $4.75. So that's small bowl. The bone marrow, I think, was 600 something. 700.
Oh, the other thing about the bone marrow, I wish there was more bone marrow.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you couldn't fault the cow. But you know, but other than that, I think you know we had a pretty decent meal. I don't think it was great. It was just good, I would say. You know, B- stuff, I guess you could say.
I'll give it a C.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. I gave it a little bump up because I did enjoy the food to some degree. There you go. Okay. Well, it could be worse. We could be eating Ilocos food. No. There you go. Yeah, like eating this type of sandwich in Ilocos would be like ridiculously sweet. And then the bread would absolutely suck. So, given that, it deserves a little bit of a bump. A slight bit.
I think that this restaurant stands on its own. Shouldn't be compared to, you know what I'm saying? Just from what we hear, right? So, given that, I think it really didn't pass tonight.
Yeah.
It should have had like a 4-star.
And Wildflour, it's like one of those things where you see all the time, and then when you read up on it, you're like, really? It's that acclaimed?
Yeah.
And then you come, and they're like, okay.
And it's disappointing.
And it's more like chain food like we know it in America. Generally not all that great, but you know, decent. I mean, but not wow stuff. Yeah. Okay, guys. Shut this off for now.
Well, that about does it for our Wildflour Cafe review. Personally, I've been to Wildflour Cafe several times after this filming, and maybe I'll do a follow-up episode because I'd say the best dishes you can get at Wildflour Cafe are the tomato soup, grilled cheese sandwich, and side salad combo, which isn't too badly priced, with a rich vanilla almond latte, which is definitely pricey, as in a 300 peso cup of coffee pricey, but oh my goodness, is it worth it? Other than that, I'd say Wildflour Cafe is a bit too bland and pricey for what you get. So, in closing, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, as that helps a lot, and better yet, subscribe for more of our food and travel adventures to come. Until the next time, keep cool but care, and remember, the empire never ended.